Дамы и господа, начинаем финальные матчи в парных соревнованиях у мужчин. Поприветствую финалиста. В финальном матче встречаются. The final men's double match is about to begin. Please welcome Fan Bo.
Well, this is the men's final, and we're going to see something very special here. Fang Bo teamed up with ZHOU Sin, just lost to him, of course, so they've now got to forget all that, competitive nature, and they've got to team up and try to beat the opponent. ZHOU Sin looks pretty disinterested there on the right, I have to say. A little bit of a yawn. He's got Fang Bo next to him. He's probably not had to change his shirt there because he was playing in blue not that long ago. But they are certainly the clear favourites. ZHOU Sin with Fang Bo on the right of screen. Favourites against ZHOU and Yan An. ZHOU is moving off to out of picture first. Oh, there you go. The best of mates. We've still got to go through the formalities. ZHOU Sin will be looking forward to a final in just a while in the men's singles, but he's got a bit of business here to do first, take care of. And I hope he does a better job of it than Feng Yalan just did, because she was quite obviously disinterested. Her brain was not in it. She certainly was not the same caliber as she was in the previous match, in the semi-finals of the singles. If your mind is not together, then quite obviously you're going to give your opponents no problems, and you're going to give your partner a lot of problems. Yanan and ZHOU, I have to admit, I've not actually seen them in play, but I can tell you that they beat Karuba and Sayama of Japan. They beat them 4-1. The only one they lost was the, let me see, okay, they lost the third. So not too bad then in the semi-finals. Yanan and ZHOU. They also beat another pairing, Matsumoto and Montero. Montero and Matsumoto, although you think it would be Japanese with a name like Matsumoto, it's actually Montero. And they beat them 4-1. Again, they lost the game. And they beat Kuzmin and Skachkov from Russia in the opening round 3-1. So good performance there by Yanan and ZHOU to get to this stage. I guess in terms of the top seeds, it looks like it was Ahmet and Vangboro of Turkey who were the number 2 seeds in the tournament, so they were accounted for earlier. And then we have Fang Bo with ZHOU Sin, and they have actually got through to this stage. They lost a couple of games against Franziska and Ruan Filus from Germany, and that was 4-2. And there we have a lot of crowd coming in. I think it looks from the armed forces there, and they're obviously delighted to say hi to themselves and to their families. We say hi to them too, because that will obviously help the atmosphere here in Ekaterinburg. The Fang Bo, they had only one game where there was a bit of competition. Other than that, they beat easily Andrianov, I beg his pardon, and Regentov. That was 7-7 and 4. And they also beat Platonov and Suboy. That was a little bit more difficult. Although it was 4-0, they went to 12-10 in the second. Well, that was 12-10 and then 6-5. So relatively easy for Fang Bo and ZHOU Sin, and you have to say that the favourites here, ZHOU Sin and Fang Bo, will definitely, there they are in the blue, there's ZHOU Sin. I can't see them being upset here, can you, Gavin?
No, ZHOU Sin, Fang Bo, firm favourites. I think we're going to stick with that. ZHOU Sin, very, very good around the net, which of course is absolutely imperative in doubles. You need to work as a partnership, obviously, and playing short with Fang Bo, playing all the big decisive shots, forehand and backhand, I think will bode well for that partnership. However, Yang An and ZHOU, I'm sure we'll have something to say about that. ZHOU has been playing fantastically so far in this tournament. He's a very talented individual as well.
One One of the interesting facts is that ZHOU Sin in the singles has had to play two of the other players here. He beat Fang Bo, his partner, in the semi-finals, but in the quarters he beat Yan An. Here we go, first game, first points of the first game, and then go to the underdogs. I'll call them that for the moment. ZHOU and Yan An. 2-0. Shots from our host broadcaster here in Ekaterinburg in Russia. Some lovely pictures. And a little bit of caution here. Fang Bo missing out on a couple of points, but at 1-3, he's got the service now. It's the net and long, it's 2-3.
Seen Yan An play on a few occasions. Very, very clever player, so that might come in handy in doubles.
He was runner-up in the World Juniors in 2009 in Cartagena. And his colleague was the one who beat him. Fang Bo. His opposition, colleague, of course, from China. But he's runner-up in both the doubles and the singles in that World Championship. He has been a winner of the cadets. Now we're talking 2007, a long time ago. I haven't seen any winners against his singles, but a couple of winners against his doubles. Junior champs there, junior champs in Singapore. Pro Tour, actually in 2011, there you go, a winner in the doubles.
Big shout going up from Yan An and ZHOU, definitely up for this big challenge.
That's the danger, they will get pretty excited, and that's it. You've got to keep level-headed, but you've also got to have the intensity, and that's the problem. They will love to get a couple of points up and try to make them even more impressive. The problem is then... Oh, we love it. Yeah. Great stuff, and there the crowd enjoying that one.
Last ball, I think, clipping Fang Bo's shirt just before he hit it. We might see in the camera shot here. Yep. Okay.
One of his favourite shots he fails with, so that gives a really good opportunity. 7-4 here to ZHOU. Aha, great stuff. No chance to recover from that. They are pretty active, aren't they?
Really up for this game.
Yeah.
Constant dialogue between each other.
Well, you don't need any motivation when you're playing against the firm favourites like this. That's the interesting thing. We're going to receive now. It's going to be Fang Bo. Oh. Fantastic movement. His left foot got right across there, and the right arm came strongly through for the great angle on that. 5-8. ZHOU Sin is struggling a little bit to get back in form. 9-5. And now 6-9. 9-6.
ZHOU Sin has some lovely craft round the net, though, that we're going to see in the next few sets.
He's missed that one. Took the take. You're taking edge, oh, thank you. It's the 9-7. Okay, well, I missed that, so well picked up, Gavin. You and about 10 million others. I'm the only one that missed it. And this is tight and close now. This is the intensity that I've been speaking about. You know, you can play well, and then suddenly ZHOU Sin and Fang Bo are back in this without straining too much. Mr. Didier Leroy, the supervisor of the ITTF here, busy typing. Oh, and that's a big miss. That is a huge miss. It was winding up heavy stuff.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 times in this set that Fang Bo has had the chance to unleash the forehand and missed.
Yes, it's game points here to ZHOU and Yan An. They've got one more chance here.
It's the good old fresh air shot there. I know all about that one.
No, he's missed it. That is now the 4th time that Fang Bo has missed a really, really good opportunity to put paid to a forehand there. He missed it. So ZHOU and Yan An come victorious in this first game by 11 points to 9. And again, the favourites are not settling as well as we'd hoped or thought.
This is what you want if you're sitting there in a neutral capacity. You want the underdogs to take the first set, come on to the big #1 seeds. So it's going to be fascinating from here on in, but I could feel that Chu Xin and Fang Bo were finding their feet in the match. Chu Xin managing to hold on short, but it's going to be whether Fang Bo can unleash these forehands to the right places and not just keep hitting the ball long all the time.
You'll be embarrassed to have done that so many times in that game. But 11-9, and still a long, long way in of the men's doubles here in the Kosovo Russian Open, Ekaterinburg. Still, it looks like they're putting pressure, more pressure on Fang Bo than Su Xin. Oh, great shot. That's a super, super shot from ZHOU.
That did clip the edge, or was it the side? It's one of those. It's very, very tough for the umpire to decide. From the commentary position, couldn't tell. That's a 50-50.
He's given it. He's given it. 1-2. That touched the top of the net as well. I saw that one. 2-all. Yeah. Su Xin, when he gets the chance, he really delivers. And all the pressure's on Fang Bo at the moment to just get out of this habit of creating errors and problems. He's just got to play his natural game, take the pressure off himself a bit. There we go. Again, it's Fang Bo that's making a mistake.
He made the error there, but look at the low to the ball there, Xu Xin. Beautiful when he's in full flow.
Yan An was very impressive as well. They've all got this extraordinary ability to, well, they're putting on a circus act for us, really, aren't they? It's amazing. You can see the scoreline. Pressure on the favourites. And this time it does work for Fang Bo.
Confidence builder there to get the ball on with good execution.
Oh, that took the edge. 4-all. And again, they're getting good applause and appreciation here. It's China v China, but it's still a fascinating encounter. Oh, it's great stuff. I mean, there's so much movement. I mean, camera position, we had guys going in and out of the picture. Quite remarkable. Look at the movement there. Great accuracy from Su Xin again. We haven't mentioned him that much, but he's been consistent.
Again, utilization of the side spin reverse serve. Ball popping up so that Yan An can step in and use his explosive best shot, that forehand.
He's good, isn't he, Yan An? I'm impressed.
You can see that Yanan also, there's the intelligence there as he plays. He's always adjusting. Ball goes long the next time, and make sure the ball goes on the table.
He's only 19 years old too. Oh, that's good. Yeah, this is really opening up now. This is what we had hoped to see. Relaxed, very, very impressive counter play, counter punching, back off the table a little bit, interaction. Oh, wow, it's good. Love it. 5-7 at the moment.
I've had the delight of 12 months ago watching a Chinese Super League match where Yanan did actually beat Zhou Xin. So I know he's capable of mixing it with guys in the top 5 in the world.
Stepped in and missed that one. ZHOU. 5-8.
Not often that we put Zhou Xin and slow in the same sentence.
He missed a couple in the early game, but he's been very consistent since. I love it. That is fantastic. It happens so quick. You imagine you're seeing it from distance here and on the TV. Imagine what it's like at the table side. Well, you know what it's like at the table side. Frightening. Good work, a good early ball from Yanan.
What's impressive in the youngsters coming up from China is the use of the backhand as well. China before used to always be renowned for the one wing, the forehand. That's all changed now in the new game.
Missed out there, and this will be a levelling, I think. Zhou Xin and Feng Bo won't let this position go short. It's 7-10. And they haven't, that's it, it's 11-7. 1-1 in games. We're in the final of the men's doubles here at the Kosovo Russian Open. And it's China v China. Zhou Xin with Feng Bo. They've just found a little range. They found some better form. And certainly of a couple of errors by Yanan and ZHOU, they've taken advantage and they've won it by 11-7.
I think it's fair to say that it's been a spirited effort from both sets of players so far.
A much better final than the women's, I have to say. I'm being sexist, but it's just, that's a fact. You've got a lot of action here. It's good.
Just a shame in the women's final that FENG was a little bit below par, but it shows you at the highest level, if you're 3%, 3-4% off of your game, you look vulnerable, even in this setup.
Serbian national coach, Karatasevic.
With Tan Raju, Croatian player who himself 50 or 60 in the world rankings.
Right, it is third game, it's 1-1. Final of the men's doubles here in Ekaterinburg. And the big camera lenses are out. They want to get the really front page picture. Zhou Xin with his first error.
I love these positive shouts when the team in red win a point.
2-0. Again, it's really the challenge is the concentration for the team in blue. That's a good hit from Feng Bo. That's all it was, isn't it? It was an absolute swipe.
Something that was misfiring in the first set. Another let serve, that fortune there that the ball hit the net, it was going to drift long.
That's the kind of shot that Ma Lin loves to play, isn't it? He just jumps a little bit as he plays it off his tummy button. That wasn't successful. Again, Fang Bo anticipated it well, couldn't quite get quite there in time, but it was a brave effort. They are really going for bullseye. There's nothing around the rim. They're not happy, not interested in that. They just want to go for the big one. High risk.
Fang Bo just missing by millimeters there.
Good looking shot, I have to say. This is brilliant. No, 4-2. Yan and ZHOU. That's better. Backhand. Nicely timed.
It's a little backhand banana shot. Difficult to execute on off of a side spin serve. So well done, Fang. And just to prove it wasn't luck, he did it for a second time.
Good service.
These float, no spin serves, we don't see them so often in singles. Very evident here.
Zhou Sin, that's what we love to see. A bit of a quizzical look about him still at the moment, not entirely comfortable at ease, but levelled up at 5-all, 1-all in games, 5-all in the third. Yes! At last, we see the dynamic duo punishing the opposition. Sounds as if I'm favourite. Yeah, no, I'm not partisan. It's just that I love to see them at their very, very best. Yeah, and a couple of big points there. They've got taken a 5-7 lead now.
Look at the interaction between the players. That really, really good to see, and it's important for other players to take a leaf out of these top Chinese players' books.
But you can feel that they're now down to business. They're into the match. Watch out, opposition. So that's for 8. It was cheeky from Zhou Sin, and it was disappointing from Fang Bo.
Yeah, Fang Bo looked like he had a hand of concrete there, unfortunately, compared to Zhou Xin's beautiful skill.
Yeah, amazing touch. 8-6 though. Off the net, and that's now within 1. So since the towel down, it's all been ZHOU and Yan. ZHOU, you with the serve. Bo again with that backhand that you described. It's an interesting one.
He's using the spin, and very, very difficult to control that. But these top players make that look so easy.
Oh wow! Again, some unbelievable improvisation. Zhou Sin, he's a master at that. But good on the opposition there for picking it up. Yeah. 1 point the difference. 9-8. That's the one. 10-8, 8-10. Fang Bo comes up with his special forehand. They do take their time. They then have a little chat. They plan the next point, the next movement. Signal, the little signal below the table. Wow, that was really, really good. Zhou Yu and Yan An are, so competitive. It's very impressive. 9-10. Still game point to Zhou Sin and Fang Bo. And that is it. It's 11-9 in the third. And ZHOU just clips a little one back from the service, and it's enough to force the error. 11-9, they'll be pleased to get that one over with, I would think.
How many times that CHN manages to win sets 12-10, 11-9, 11-8. It's always in the ascendancy at the end of a set. Beautiful retrieving skills from CHN.
So we're seeing some replays here. It is, I think it's the final point. Yes. So they'll be happy and relieved, I think, to come through 2-1 at the moment. Now it's a question of pressing home. It is tight. It's a good matchup. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't quite squeeze through there. They've lost 2 games in a row now. And ZHOU and his partner FENG feeling good about life. 22 years old is ZHOU, 20-year-old FENG, 19 years old is Yanan. Yanan is with the ball and the service.
That's the right play. We needs to get CHN away from the table. He's the danger player. Get him moving.
FENG with serve 2-0. Oh, what a shot from distance. Wow. Running in on that one. In fact, I had to look to see who it was. I think it was ZHOU.
Such a beautiful camera shot there. We can see the players in full flow.
It was in fact Yanan from leaning away from it. Here he goes again, but misses that one. 3-1. They don't like to compromise, do they? They are just all or nothing. And they're so used to getting the all. 1-3. So far beyond the table, felt like it was on the top of the bat.
So the red pairing just hanging on.
That was at the side, and he said it was down. So, well, 3-all has been given. I'm not absolutely sure. Was that right? I mean, there was a touch. I saw that, but I thought maybe it came from to the side.
The Chinese players seem to know. I mean, I'm looking at these and it always looks 50-50. Tough to make the decision, but the 4 players on show have all agreed with each other, and play continues at 3-all. FENG just pointing out something on the table, possibly a little bit of a bad bounce. Yeah, he's rubbing the table there. CHN's second serve in the sequence of 2. Yanan just going long with the little banana receive, something a huge part of this Russian GAC Group World Pro Tour.
So it is 5-4 at the minute. There's not a huge amount of entertainment. There's a lot of strategizing going on. That's for sure, but we love to see it opening up and the rallies developing. We're not getting many of them. See if only takes me to mention it. Suddenly we got so much. 6-4.
Beautiful defensive skills there, and then just a little bit of impatience there from ZHOU. Make your opponents play when you're back from the table. call that fishing.
Oh, magnificent. Even Fang Bo, do you see him look over to Zhou Xin and say, that was superb.
It's almost hilarious the way he finishes off looking at the umpire after he's hit the ball.
Yeah, good work. ZHOU had the final say in that point, and it is still tight. We're looking at 5-7 at the moment. Game misses the backhand, takes them back within one.
And in doubles, that's what you need to do. You need to try and target the weaker player. Play the explosive shots or the changes of direction towards that player. Clever play from your man.
Zhou Xin just brushes the roof of his mouth and lips with his tongue, thinking, oh man, how did I do that? It's really, really tight. Just look at this, 7-all, 2-1. They've been pressed all the way. Zhou Xin has the ball. There we go. Absolutely magnificent. That's what the crowd love, and that's shot of the tournament kind of stuff, you know, rally of the tournament. Look at them go for it, hammer and tongs, accuracy, and just look at them on the floor. It's a wonderful, wonderful sight to behold. 8-7. I don't think that's correct. I think it should actually be. Yeah, it is. It's Fang Bo and Zhou Xin. Sorry, 8-7. Yeah. And now at 7-9, just when you think you've got a chance, it's always at the business end of the game, isn't it? Zhou Xin and Fang Bo find a way.
The dreaded fresh air shot from ZHOU. It's just a little bit of tension creeping into his play.
Yeah, and another big one for 10-7. So 3 points in a row at a crucial time. Fang Bo comes up with a big forehand right there. 7-10, 3 game points for a 3-1 lead. 2 game points, but they've got the service now.
Beautiful little flick, beautiful. Right onto the white line. Zhou Xin can't respond to that one.
Fang Bo will serve. Where's it going to go? What will it be? Having a good discussion about it, that's for sure. There we go. Get the perspiration off the ball, out of the pocket. And he's missed one. That was a game point. He's still got one more game point, but he's missed 2 of them. It's a quite a warm day outside. We saw the military guys there with water bottles. We just had a walk between the matches, and it's 19 degrees, a very pleasant autumn day here in Ekaterinburg. Oh, that's it. It's 11-9, and it's Zhou Xin who comes up with an absolute blistering backhand. Superb from the left-hander. And that's a 3-1 lead now in this final of the men's doubles here in Ekaterinburg. The Kosovo Russian Open is alive and kicking. Just look at these great shots of some great shots.
All 4 players have played their part. It's a fantastic final. But it's 3 sets on the bounce for the pair in blue.
Look, outrageous ability. Playing that ball at speed. How accurate is that? It's just stunning to watch. There it is, 7-9 and 9. Tight, but, well, the experience of Zhou Xin and Fang Bo ultimately comes through. game required to be champions.
And could Zhou Xin do the double? Wow. It's not often that we experience on the World Tour a player winning singles and doubles.
That's for sure. GAC group going to be represented at the prize presentations, and it's nice to see them come over. Mr. Liu Huilian will make the presentation to the men's singles, and also Mr. Cheng Lin will make the presentation to the women's singles. They come all the way from China, group board members and the group deputy general manager. So GAC, they obviously have put their weight behind this particular event. Sin annoyed with himself at missing that one. 1-all. Yeah, again, both Sin and Fambo combined well there.
Right direction in the short touch from Zhou Xin. That invites Fang Bo to step round his backhand corner to execute that forehand spin.
3-1, 3-1. Now 4-1. Gone a little bit there. There's been puncture. Well, okay, we're going to get a little timeout here. And you can understand why. We're in the 5th game, and with the situation like this, Zhou Xin and Fang Bo looking very, very solid. They want to try and break their rhythm a little bit, but they're going to struggle, I'm afraid. They said they were clear favourites at the start, although there was one game taken off them since then. It's just been a little... There's not much between them, but there's enough to suggest that they're going to take it home in this game. He's a fantastic player. I really, really admire Zhou Xin. Been watching him for quite a while now, and he's got everything. I love his mentality, his sentiment about the whole table tennis. He's obviously a passionate table tennis player. He loves the game. He enjoys this challenge here. Here we go, we're back in play at 4-1. Now at 5-1, it didn't do them any good taking the break. 1-5. So Sin takes a cheeky little towel down as well at 6 points. Launches one down the line, wasn't far away.
Never misses by much, even when he's launching right round, using his whole body to great effect. Let service again, trying to keep the ball as low to the net to stop Fang Bo attacking.
He got too greedy. Fang Bo got a bit greedy there, could have just played it up. He could have had 10 minutes of real entertainment here. He tried to, yeah, there's too much loop, too much speed on the loop. And there the guests of honour, Mr. Liu Huilian and Mr. Cheng Lin. The GAC group have put a huge amount of effort, time and money behind this whole series, and it's really well appreciated. The World Tour is alive and kicking. Fantastic that they should be here making the journey to Ekaterinburg. It's not the easiest place to get to. Well, at least they've got some compatriots to entertain us anyway, haven't they? They've got some fantastic players here. 5-all in the 5th.
Just when you thought they were going to be shaking hands soon,
yep.
Suddenly a spirited effort from the team in red.
And that was another Zhou Sin special.
I hope you're admiring at home the little delicate touches round the net as well. That's what makes doubles. It's not always about the huge, hard-hitting stuff that we so often see. Exhibition.
6-all. Feng Bo did really well to keep that one in. They are such a long way back from the table. You can't imagine how far that is. I mean, it was 6-7 meters. It's beginning to warm up a little bit there. Chung playing against Feng Yalan.
Zhou Sin opting for the fast kicking service. Nice little change up. It's that experience speaks volumes at this sort of time in the match. Crucial time for both pairings.
Yeah, that's a big point. That's an 8-6 now, 6-8 rather, and it's yeah, that makes a big difference. This could be another point or two, and it's all over. Very impressive. What a good. He's done that several times, hasn't he? Feng Bo walking in, and that backhand has been so impressive. Missed a few, but he made a very crucial one there. 6-9. And that is the 2 points that I talked about. That's now match point, championship point to the doubles pair of Feng Bo and Zhou Sin. 10-6, and they've got the serve. Did he miss it? He did. That was just a walkthrough. Got another chance here. Big discussion at the blue end. Feng Bo with the serve. Match point, championship point. And that's it. It's 11 points to 7 in the fifth. They have won it by 4 games to 1. Gold medalists here in Russia then, Zhou Sin and Feng Bo. They were the favourites, and there's no doubt that they deserved it in the end. They gave us a lot of entertainment. Great final, and Kosovo Russian Open completed in the doubles then. And it's really nice to see them acknowledge the crowd as well. We're going to see Zhou Sin back for the men's final in just a while. And, well, he will be playing up against ZHOU. So, ZHOU will be happy to be also playing in that final, I'm sure, but disappointed he didn't make just a little bit more of it after making that first chance at taking the first game. There's a lot more that perhaps they could have hoped for. Didn't happen. The experience in the end came through. Zhou Sin and Feng Bo, just a little bit too much explosive power and accuracy. Great finish. We look at it and we just think, gosh, on earth they do stuff like that, right? Well, I do, and maybe you don't, but I think this is quite outrageous.
Players at the top end of the game make it look so easy, too easy in fact.
So there we are then, the champions, Zhou Sin and Feng Bo, and we'll see Zhou Sin together with ZHOU in just a while after the women's singles up first.